Hi and welcome to the market alert for Tuesday the 18th of November 2025. So stocks crack key support, crypto crushed, credit bruised on Bezos, bond deal and Blue Owl blow up, rate cut tumbles to 35% and CRWV credit crashes, Bitcoin death cross as well. So that's through the 50 bar moving average. And then as stocks test key CTA threshold, top Goldman trader warns the left tail is fatter this week. I think that's alluding to shorts having dominance in a week loaded with catalysts, so obviously news. And I love this meme. It's fine. Everything is fine, as they always say, but I don't think it is. Obviously tongue-in-cheek there. US indices saw heavy losses on Monday on AI valuation concerns. We've spoken about that before in the market alerts. US stocks saw heavy losses on Monday, with all sectors aside from communications and utilities in the red. And the S&P closes beneath the 50 daily MA as well on AI valuation. So looks like the chickens are coming home to roost now with regards to AI valuations. What have we got today? No economic news today, so let's have a look, see what we've got coming up. Tomorrow we've got UK CPI. That will be an interesting one. And then into FOMC meeting minutes. Nothing is to be said at this meeting. There's no press conference, but we'll just see what happens. And then of course we've got the non-farm payrolls as well tomorrow, on Thursday again, which I mentioned yesterday. We'll look at more of these in detail as we go through the week, but let's have a look at the sell-off and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow yesterday, the market taking out the low to the left, which was obviously a green support line. Below this now, you want to get an idea of where the momentum is on the downside, go to the next low with the green line, and then up to the recent high, and then just draw it in so we can remove the fib numbers that are above. And you can see there we're just through the 62 as well, but the target is down at this level should prices continue to move lower. 30 minutes, everything was fine when the cash market opened, but as we got further into the trading session and into the evening, the market decided to offload. And then also a couple of hours ago, we've also seen the Dow move sharply to the downside as well, but some buying come into the market at the low there. So the Dow finding a bit of a struggle there, along with other markets as well. So let's have a look at the German DAX. So in the DAX, it too moving to the downside as well, having broken the support to the left. Prices once again moving sharply lower, just like the Dow. So that's where we're at the moment, that 23,282. The market needs to hold at this level, otherwise we move down to the two green lines that we can see there, or three if it takes out both of those, of course. In the 30-minute chart for yesterday, we started off on the upside and then we just moved lower. There was a bit of a bounce here and here, but then a resumption to the downside. And just like the Dow, we've just had a bit of a shakeout a couple of hours ago at the S1, and we've seen the buying come into there to try and support prices as well. In the S&P 500, just like the Dow, the low to the left has been taken out, so from here up to here gives us an indication of where the market is likely to stop in this further run, having taken out the lows there. So there's the 78 where it's just touched. It's also closed below, as it mentioned in the headlines there, the 50 bar moving average, which is the blue line. Each time it's tested it but come back. There you can see now we're actually through it. So these two fib retracements are very important to keep an eye on. Again, yesterday we saw the market moving lower in the futures, and then into the cash market we tried to bounce up but failed on the sell-off. And then overnight we've had this spike to the downside and the buying coming back in to try and hold prices there. The UK FT also doing exactly the same, going back down to this low up to here, and you can see we're through the 38 and then the 50 as well. Market's just approaching this but hasn't closed below it yet. It may do by the end of today's session. 30-minute, everything was fine, just stuck in a range, and then it wasn't fine. Market down and then down again overnight to the S2, where we've seen a big spike to the downside. The volume's increased, but it's not above the average, and again stuck in this sideways range, waiting to take its cue from what the German DAX and the overnight futures in the US will do shortly. So have a look at the US dollar. So yesterday the US dollar marching to the upside, but overnight some weakness coming in there, as you can see. Prices sideways to lower. Let's have a look at the metals. And as I mentioned yesterday, it was going to be a down day for silver. It's going to be another one as well. It's going to be like this probably all week, making its way down to the 47.66 level. There is going to be the likely area where prices are going to move. That said, the only thing that is a positive in this is that even though the market sold off sharply yesterday, normally silver would have taken advantage of that and slammed the price. So there is a bit of a positive there. But again, that said, I have seen a situation where you think, oh, we're okay, it's not going to do it, and then it does it the day after. So like, i.e. today, you could see a sharp spike to the downside in the silver market. In the 30-minute chart, you can see that they did it last night. They did take advantage when the stock markets move lower. They've also done this overnight as well. And like I say, it's just a matter of breaking the low and down we go. They're not finished on the downside yet in this market, despite the fundamentals. The tech traders are in control. Same with gold as well, which you can see there, the market moving down towards the 78% retracement there as well. And speaking of gold, the FT confirms our reports from 2024 that China is buying 10 times more gold than officially disclosed. So why would you want the gold price up? This year people are really not believing the official figures, especially about China. China is buying gold as part of their de-dollarization strategy. So again, that's why you're seeing the gold price coming under pressure. It allows the Chinese to just keep buying as much as they want by pushing the price down and getting it cheaper for its, as it said, de-dollarization program there. So the fundamentals might be pointing towards gold and silver moving higher, but when somebody's accumulating, it's a classic thing to run the markets up a bit and then slam them. So gold's in for a bit of a hammering as well, back below 4,000 as well. Right, let's have a look at the markets for yesterday with regards to the Dow 2-minute trading chart. So in the pre-market, a good move for the German DAX there, moving up nicely, and then we get into a sideways move where we see 3 or 4 losses. There's the first one as the market tried to go short and they brought it back. We then had another potential short, which then as soon as it hit the target, reversed and moved back to the upside, and then another sell which was taken out, and then eventually we'll start to see the market move, but this one too is taken out before prices move up, and you'll see that there. And then we managed to get on a roll and try and make up some of these losses from the 3 trades that lost in the sideways move. And then this just you can see there, the market just staying below the 20 bar moving average and moving down as prices continue to find further weakness, which was good to help bring those losses back up from the initial opening of the market. So let's have a look at the afternoon. We saw a bit of selling to begin with, then followed by some buying coming into the market, and then prices giving a buy, and then we continued to trade sideways as we had in the morning. The Dow and the DAX, the Dow and the S&P then sold off, and that kept the short side intact as well, down to the low as well. So another nice trade. 2 big trades in the one in the morning and one in the afternoon there as well. What are we doing overnight? So let's just have a quick look. And we're stuck in a bit of a range. You can see the spike to the downside there earlier on in the morning. It was at just 20 minutes past 4. Very strange, I have to say. And now you're seeing a bit of weakness come back in as well at the moment. We're actually below the low, aren't we, from yesterday? Yes, we are. So a lot to do to try and get back on the upside, the downside dominating there, and likely to at the open as well. Right, that's it for this one. Let's see what happens during today. So have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.